let's get this started. What's up, everyone? It's your boy Lucifer, your fallen gamer, and today is different than most. Today I'm not just playing to like have. Well, I am playing to have fun, but today is different than most. Today I'm going to be telling you a story about the woman who inspired this entire thing. Okay, the woman who inspired me not only to um, be someone who spreads happiness and tries to make other people feel good and make other people feel happy, but a woman who also inspired me to stay true to who I am and be who I want to be. And this teacher is no other than my fourth grade teacher, Miss Johnson. Um, nowadays she works as kick-ass teacher. And she's amazing. Like the her working for kick-ass teacher is a testament to who she is. She is a kick-ass teacher. Like, she's amazing. And not only is she an amazing teacher, but she's an amazing friend and she's an amazing role model that I think a lot of people could look up to. Um Miss Johnson, if you're listening to this, I hope you're doing well, and I hope and I hope you're having an amazing, and I'm hoping you're living the life that you wanted to live, because you deserve it. But let's get on to this story. I'm gonna talk to you all about my fourth grade year of elementary.
Okay, we need you to get
I know
these arms
I know
before
this
they're
seems
out of
random, but this, but this story is basically the story that inspired me to become a YouTuber and become a Twitch streamer and just become who I am, you know? Like, yeah, I understand it was in fourth grade and I didn't know what I was doing back then, but this is the year that changed my life for the better. So for those of you who don't know me, back in elementary, I used to be the shy kid. I used to be this kid that kept to himself all the time, never bringing his homework on time, never. I'd always try to make up some excuse on why I never brought in my homework. And then out of nowhere, I joined. It was fourth grade year. I didn't expect anything of it. I thought, oh, okay, new year, same old BS. And I was not. Little did I know that this teacher was gonna change. Was gonna change not only my life but the lives of my fellow students. So she helped out those who needed help, and she helped out basically everyone. Even kids that weren't in her class came to her and tried asking for her help. That's how amazing of a teacher she was. Um, so let's start. So where to start? I guess the best place to start would be beginning of fourth grade year. Um, Fourth grade year, I thought I really wasn't into the school. It's only my second year here. You're at this school. I really didn't like it. As a kid, I used to love school. Like back in kinder and first grade, I loved school. But then I got transferred to this new school, and I hated it. I felt like the teachers were mean. The teachers only cared about getting their paychecks, and that was it. Because that's just how I was. That's just how I felt I was treated. But then fourth grade year comes along, and this new teacher out of nowhere is happy, cheery, trying to make sure everyone feels good, everyone feels welcomed, and I was in shock basically. I was like, wait a minute, there's a teacher that cares. And not only did she care about her students, She wanted to make sure everyone felt comfortable, and she also wanted to make sure everyone was happy in her classroom. So if we weren't happy, then she would try to make us happy somehow. And to be honest, I liked that because it showed that she was someone I could trust.
Well,
So, um, so let's talk about the first time me and Miss Johnson had an encounter. Well, our encounters were never bad; they were always good. So I know a lot of people think, oh, he had an encounter with his teacher, that it must be bad. With me, anytime I had an encounter with Miss Johnson, it was always a good one, and it was always one that bettered me. So, um, well, I'm trying to remember. I was struggling in math. We were all doing our math work, but I was the main one who was struggling.
you know what the techs at the lab are really itching to break
And
down? A tank. We found the mother
it's
lode.
just
So go out there and break.
I was struggling majorly, like more than anyone would, right? Because we had just learned subtraction in third grade. Well, at least I had just learned subtraction in third grade, and I still couldn't do it that good. Really wasn't that good at it, and I struggled with a lot. Like I couldn't. It was super hard for me to. It's embarrassing to talk about nowadays, but it was embarrassing back then too. I couldn't subtract double digit numbers, let alone three. And Miss Johnson took the time out of her day to teach me, to reteach me subtraction, and if anything, teach me more. I let her know, like, hey, this is hard. I need extra help. This is super hard. I can't do it. And in my head, I legit had that mentality. I can't do this. And to her, it wasn't me saying I can't do this. It was me saying I need help, even though I was physically saying I can't do this. Like my head was shutting down. My head was shutting down. Everything was shutting down when I saw that subtraction sign. So she took time out of her day. Yeah, she was still helping other students at the same time, but she sat with me and she taught me subtraction. But the same day that she was teaching me subtraction, she liked to do this thing where she would walk home with students. She would walk home with students that walked home. Any student that walked home, she would walk with them, and she would have us take turns. So on this specific day, it was my turn to walk home. And Miss Johnson asked if I was a student that walked home. And I'm like, yeah, I don't live that far from school, but I do walk home. And she asked me if she could walk with me, and I was confused because I didn't know teachers were allowed to do this. I was beyond confused. And she was like, "Yeah, I want to be able to meet your parents, and I want to see the path you take home, so I know you're safe." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure." Keep in mind, like, I was just super confused. Like, I didn't know this was a thing teachers could do. I didn't know that, um, it was, I was just bamboozled, basically. So, she talked to me, and after we had finished talking, after she had finished teaching me subtraction again, um, we we went on with our day, with our school day. It was amazing. Um, I started feeling more comfortable after that day. So after school, I stay after class and wait for Miss Johnson, and I'm still sitting at my desk with all my I'm basically like this happy little schoolboy just sitting in his seat with all my stuff ready to go. And I was waiting for Miss Johnson to come, and she came to my desk. She's like, "Ready to go?" And I was happy, and I was like, "Yep, let's go." So I grabbed my backpack, put it over my shoulder, and we walk out to school with her. I walk out to school with Miss Johnson, and let's and so as we're walking, she talks to me. She's like, "I noticed you're struggling. What's students?" And she knew it wasn't because I wasn't smart. She knew it wasn't because of that. She knew it was because um something was wrong with me. And I was like, "What do you mean? What's wrong? I'm just I'm just stupid. Like that's just who I am. I'm not a smart kid." And she looked at me. She's like, "No, you're not. You're a smart kid. You're a smart kid. But I don't believe that you believe the same thing I do." And I'm like, and I'm confused. Keep in mind, I'm just this little kid who, legit in his head, thinks he's stupid, because my entire life that's what I've been called, is just stupid. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, what is she talking about? And she's like, "I feel like there's something wrong with you personally, like something's eating at you." And I'm like, and I look at her and I'm just confused because I didn't know what she meant. Keep in mind this is only fourth grade, so of course I'm not gonna know what she meant. And she's like, "Are you sad about something? Are you angry at someone?" And then I realized, oh, she knows. She knows something's wrong. And at this time I was going through a hard time because um I felt that my family didn't really care much about me. And I told her, I'm like, to be honest, me and my family fight all the time. My mom my mom's too busy. My mom's always busy. She worked two jobs. At this time she was working two jobs. She was working security for two clubs on different days. So she rarely had time for us. So I'm like, I miss my mom. I don't know who my dad is, so I don't have a dad. And I feel like the rest of my family doesn't even notice me. And she was like, "That's not." She looked at me. She's like, "Everyone's always gonna notice you. All you need to do is stick out. All you need to do is be yourself, and be who you want to be. And no matter what, they're always gonna see you for who you really are. As long as you put the commitment into showing them who you are and who you want to be." And that stuck with me because I wasn't really sure what to take out of that. I didn't know whether to be happy that I actually had someone here that was pushing for my education, or to be upset because she was the first one to push for my education. I was just completely bamboozled by it. I don't know, but she was the first teacher in that school I ever trusted. So I told her the truth, like, of course. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you. So at this point, after she had talked to me, we went home, and and my mom was home for once. At this time, she was home, and Miss Johnson had met my mother. Uh, I don't know my little brother. I think she met my little brother. I don't know for sure. I don't remember for sure. Keep in mind, this is a long time ago, so some of these details are fuzzy with me. But I remember she met my mom, and my mom later that day at dinner, my mom had told me, "I like your teacher. She seems to be a good teacher, and you seem to like her a lot." So, and I'm like, I do. I'm like, I do. She cares. She cares about me. And my mom's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, my teacher cares about me. My teacher my teacher helps me a lot. And my mom was surprised to hear that come out of my mouth because I never say that about teachers. I've never I've never told my mom once that I ever liked my teacher. So my mom's confused. She's sitting there confused. And she's like, what do you mean you like your teacher? Are you okay? Is something wrong? How is this? How is this? Because my mom was always used to me saying bad things about school. And I'm like, no, my teacher cares about me. My teacher lets me be me. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, okay. Are you still and my mom knew I was still struggling in school. And she's like, are you still struggling? Are you still having troubles with your numbers? And I told my mom, like, no, not really, not anymore. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, I don't have trouble that much anymore. And my mom was in complete shock. She did not expect that to come from me. So I was happy. That day I was super happy, and I was just like, you know what, today's gonna be a good day. Next day at school, I was confused because my teacher was upset. And she had told the class that her dad was in the hospital due to something. Okay, I forget what it was, but I only remember that it was really hurting for her because she was super close with her family. And for us, if she was hurting, we all were hurting. So what the entire class did was we all wrote cards for her dad. And we all made sure that they said something that came from our hearts. Because Miss Johnson was more than a teacher to all of her students. She was like a second mother to all of us. And so we wanted to make sure we gave her the same respect and same love and caring that she gave all of us. So we all wrote her dad cards. And today I was actually in a Zoom meeting with her. The funny thing is, today I was actually in a Zoom meeting with Miss Johnson, and I was talking about it in the Zoom meeting, and her dad was in there, and he said that he still has those cards from that year, and that just that put a smile on my face big time. Not only seeing my old teacher, but not only seeing her put a smile on my face, but also hearing that her dad still has those cards and he keeps them with him. That made me happy too. So we all wrote cards for him, and we all made sure that they were as kind and gentle as we could make them. Well, at least as fourth graders could make them. Our vocabulary wasn't that big, so we didn't use big words. So he told me that, yeah, he keeps them. That made me happy. And I know it made Miss Johnson happy because she couldn't even imagine how amazing we were with that. Because it wasn't just one or two students that wrote the cards. It was the entire class. The entire class wrote him cards. And he said that he still has them. So she didn't just affect my life. She affected all of her students' lives for the better. And shoot, I think there are some kids that I still go to school. There are some kids that I still go to school with, and there are some kids that I haven't heard from them in a while. But all I know is that no matter what her students are doing, no matter where we are, no matter how far apart we are, as long as we just say, all we gotta say is two words: and we'll remember each other from that year. And all we gotta say is Green Machines, because that was the name of our class. That because in my school all the fourth grade classes had to give themselves names, and our class was called the Green Machines. So this is the cool part about it. Um, Miss Johnson had us make tie-dye shirts to represent our name, and she made it a project for the class. Everyone got a tie-dye shirt. Um, to represent Green Machines. So we tied out our shirts. We all had fun. She made it a fun day for us. After we finished tie-dyeing our shirts, we had a few snacks, and we just had it was like a free day for us, and it was a fun day. But yeah, and when it comes down to it, though, the amount of support and amount of time and energy and effort Miss Johnson took to teaching us, I respect that. I respect. She is not only a role model to her students, but nowadays she's a role model to all other teachers in the same district that I was in, or that I'm still in. She's a world-renowned teacher. Like, if you're a teacher and you're watching this, I recommend you search up kickassteacher.com and look for Jamie Johnson. Because if you watch her stuff, she's amazing. I recommend watching all of her videos, reading her books. Not only as a teacher, but if you're a student and you're having a troubles and you wanna have mental health, right? Like, get help to your mental state. Even if you're young, um, get go watch her videos, and she'll help you out. She's still a role model to me to this day. And Miss Johnson, if you're watching this, I hope I do make you proud. But I also hope that not only am I representing the Green Machines in a bright light like you always wanted us to, but I'm making you proud as a teacher, because you were the first teacher that ever showed me there's there's a better way to being who I am than just being the silent kid that either A, gets in trouble, or B, forgets his homework. And just remember, and always, and to everyone out there, all students, even if you're a little kid and you're like, let's say you're in middle school or elementary, right? She has helped so many kids in her time. She's Not only did she join the Peace Corps after I had left fourth grade, she joined the Peace Corps after that year. She went into the Peace Corps and helped a bunch of other people. But on top of that, she was helping the world, basically. One person. And I hope this story reaches out to a lot of people, because I want everyone to know. All it takes is just that one person. It doesn't matter what time in your life it is. It just takes one person to help change it for the better. And for me, that one person was Miss Johnson, fourth grade. She's the reason I am who I am today. She's the reason if anything, she's the reason I'm a YouTuber. She's the reason I was brave enough to come on here and share this story with you. She's the reason why I'm who I am. She's the reason why I like to spread happiness, and I like to make sure everyone comes together. I hope everyone out there is having a good time during this pandemic. And I hope everyone out there is staying safe. I I shared this story with you guys because I wanted it to be like a story to let you all know. Just because you're in school doesn't mean your teacher has to be mean. If you have a mean teacher, then talk to your school. See if you can get a nicer one. But if you have a nice teacher, right? A really nice teacher that goes out of her way to teach you and takes time out of her personal day and stays after school super late. I want you to go out to them and thank them for being there for you. And I want you all to not take your teachers for granted, but cherish the time you have with your teachers. Because I know when I was in 4th grade, shoot, I wasn't the best of students, and I know if Miss Johnson saw this video, she would say the same thing. I was not the best student, but I did try my best. I did try my best, even though I wasn't the best. Everyone here has a story to tell, and this is mine. To all of you fallen gamers out there, stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope everyone is staying safe during this pandemic. And to all those who haven't subscribed to me and all those who haven't found out who I am yet, I'm Lucifer the Fallen Gamer.
Well done. Now the real
I am
work
Lucifer
can
the
get
Fallen
started in the
Gamer,
lab.
and I am signing off. This won't be my last time signing off because I'll most likely go live later. Tomorrow, maybe, but I'll most likely be going live on Twitch. I just wanted to come on here since this is the only place that it'll save my video. And share this with you guys. If you ever need me, join the community. Post your. You guys can add me on PlayStation. Okay. Let's see here. Take, where is it at? Right here. Here, I'm gonna just slow down the video or rewind, but listen. Add me on PlayStation. My gamer tag is Lucifer with a capital L. Let me see it real quick. Hold up. Hold up, everyone. Sorry. Oh, shoot. Add me on PlayStation. I am... Sorry this is taking me so long. It's just my name has a lot of numbers in it, so that's why. Add me on PlayStation. It's Lucifer with a capital L. 666509. Add me on PlayStation. Send me a DM. Let me know that you subscribe to me. I'll send you an invite to the Discord server. And bam, there you are. Welcome to the clan. Remember, that's Lucifer with a capital L. 666509. Add me on PlayStation. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I'd love to talk to all of you. With that being said, I'm out. Stay safe. Love you all.